I'd always wanted to be a sportscaster for as far back as I can remember. I grew up, well, obviously, before the time of social media, but it was also before cable. So these guys who did the 6 and 11 o'clock news were always important to me because you were getting your information fresh from them. I mean, it's where I learned to hate the New York Yankees. And then I became a professional, and it was always like in the newscast, 6 and 11 o'clock, it was news, weather, and sports. It wasn't news, weather, and music. It wasn't news, weather, and medicine. News, weather, and anthropology. It was always news, weather, and sports. And we always had a news director that was hanging over our shoulder reminding us, there's very few people really care about what you're saying. It's only 30% of our audience is sports fans. And yet they continued. It is always news, weather, and sports. I mean, what local TV station do you know that doesn't have that layout? Because it was important for people here in the Rochester area to know that Alexander was still beating up on Byron and that Wayne was all over Marion. One of our favorite inside jokes. We always love that. And then the pandemic hits, all right? And we've still got sportcasters on the air, even though there is nothing new to talk about. This was the perfect opportunity for news directors to come in and say, you know what, we don't need sports, there's nothing going on. You know what, they didn't do it. Mike Catalan, it's still Mike Catalan on sports every single night. It goes back to the argument that we had in the first segment. It's like, how important is sports to us? In the words of Joni Mitchell, don't you always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Now we know.